Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Shop Thursday. Yep, still got my Christmas mugs out. And why, you may ask, do I still have my Christmas mugs out? Because it feels like Christmas out here. Look at it. I'll give you a little view behind me. Winter Wonderland. Oh, yeah. Look at it. The snow is coming down out there. We only had about maybe 2, possibly 3 inches of really heavy, wet stuff last night, but they're still calling for the possibility of up to a foot of snow all during the day and through the night tonight. Real slow-moving front that's just going to let it come down bit by bit by bit. Hey, you can hear all the ducks back there. They're getting excited because they hear my voice and they say, "Feed us, feed us." Well, I'll get to that, but first of all, let's feed each other a little bit with some talk about our lessons for today and how they all kind of come together. The first one, you saw, the Isaiah text, right? Yeah, Isaiah, his call. And how that was just filled with this imagery of flying serpents and fiery flying serpents and hot coals in your lips and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Oh, and then, the one in Luke where we're talking about Peter and his call along with James and John. There they are. They're fishing. At least they tried to go fishing. They weren't too successful. But then after Jesus said, "Hey, can I borrow your boat for a minute so we can go out and get away from the crowd a little bit and I can preach to them?" So they do that, and then he says, "Hey, go ahead and throw the net over and see what you catch." "Jesus, we haven't caught anything all night." "Just do it." They do it, and it's remarkable. And Peter, it's his response that we look at. He falls down and says, I'm not worthy of this." Oh, that's almost just like Isaiah. I can't speak. I'm not worthy. I have unclean lips. And what about the Apostle Paul? What he talks about in our letter to the Corinthians that we read from this week, it's not specifically about his call to be a follower of Jesus, but it gets inserted in there anyhow when he talks about being kind of prematurely born, or being stillborn, probably is the better translation, meaning, hey, I was as good as dead, but in Jesus, I'm alive. I mean, all these things, and wow. Now, I guess what that brings us around to is, for you and for me, as we're sitting here drinking our coffee, what does that mean for us in our call? And I don't mean our call so much to go out and be a great evangelist and things like that, but our call as God's people, our call as Christians, to simply carry his word of love and hope and peace and reconciliation, all that good stuff to the world around us. How do we respond? Look at those disciples. They had the best catch in their lives. I mean, they were going to make a fortune at the market that day. And they left it right there on the beach to go follow Jesus. Whoa. Isaiah, he left. He answered the call to go. And God told him, "Hey, I'm going to send you out there." But guess what? The people aren't going to listen one bit to you. And there's going to be mass destruction all around you. And he still went. Whoa. I mean, do we just give it all up and go? Do we answer the call? Do we hear? How do we hear that call? We all hear it in different ways. But when you look at the 3 people that we talk about today, both Isaiah and Peter especially, and also Paul, they just did it. They just did it. They put their total faith and trust in God, and they did it. That speaks to all of us. Are we just going to do it? And what does it mean to leave everything behind and follow Jesus, to follow God into uncharted paths, so to speak? Who knows? Who knows what that will do for us? Because, to be honest, as you read through most of Scripture, life is just ordinary life for the people. But even then, in ordinary life, they are called, we are called to be faithful witnesses, to be faithful followers, to make a difference in this world around us. I'll tell you what's going to make a difference in just a little while is how I get out there and start cleaning some of the snow off. But you know what? Might as well wait till it's all done, right? Go out and do something now. It's just going to keep filling in. So I'm just going to stand out here in the midst of all this beautiful wonderland. I'll turn around again so you can see it out there. See the snow just starting to pile up on everything. Of course, there was already quite a bit of snow there to begin with. But hey, I'll sit here, stand here, drink my coffee, listen to the birds complain that, hey, get us fed, do it now. And so I shall. I will answer their call this morning. God's blessings be with you. That is so good.